It's time for Adventures in Reading, an interactive literary experience where you pick the story's outcome live on the internet. This week's adventure is The Time Raider by none other than the R.L. Stine. Take control of the Time Raider, an amazing time machine. At the punch of a button, hurl yourself into the past or the future. The choice is yours.
Hey everybody, and welcome to Adventures in Reading. My name is Lucas, and with me off screen is... Me is Talia. Welcome.
Wednesday.
It's Wednesday. If you saw my promo video from last night in the Literarily Wasted Lounge, you saw that I may have lost track of my days, even though I know most of the time we do this now is on Wednesdays. So anyway, I hope everyone is doing well. I hope you're safe. I hope you're happy, and you have all of your essentials. So we're going to do something different tonight. We're going to read Twist-a-Plot. So Twist-a-Plot, I have it right here. You can see it on the screen. Was Scholastic Books' answer to Choose Your Own Adventure. So Choose Your Own Adventure came out with R.A. Montgomery as kind of the head of that. And I think they took the young adult, young reader world by storm. And so Scholastic looked at that and said, we've got to come up with our own Choose Your Own Adventure type series. So they came up with Twist-a-Plot. And I just found it interesting, as we've kind of gotten into this. This is our 7th adventure together. So if you're just joining us, welcome.
Really?
Yeah, 7. Yeah. So thank you for finding Literarily Wasted. Or if you're finding this after the fact, go find us on Facebook, YouTube, Instagram, Twitter. We're all over the place, and we're growing, so it's fantastic. But yeah, R.L. Stine was really instrumental in Twist-a-Plot. So this is the first Twist-a-Plot, and R.L. Stine wrote it. And I'm pretty excited because, guys, I've never read an R.L. Stine book. What? I know. I've never read a Goosebumps book, so we have Goosebumps books. I've got another idea for those.
Downstairs.
But if you look at Goosebumps, again in my research, and this is totally out of my naivete, I didn't know that he made a Choose Your Own Adventure series for Goosebumps too. I think it was. I can't. If you know it in the comments on Facebook or YouTube, let me know. So Talia, who else here? I see some friendly faces.
Let's say hi to everyone. Hello, Jean on YouTube. Thank you for loving my book wall. Hello, Brandy on Facebook. Hello, Spare. Hello, Cindy. Hello, Adam. Hello, Tammy. Hello, Jeff. Hello, Kira. Hello, Rachel. Hello, Jody, Kira, Joe, Vicky. Okay, no, that's it. Hi.
Hey everybody. So welcome. Yes, I graduated. I'm in the big boy book wall here. This is like Talia's Pride and Joy book wall area. So we do have our.
I can't even see
I know. I'm not going to turn the camera on. Anyway, it's very nice. So let's get into this, guys. We are going to do one giveaway. So we will aggregate Facebook and YouTube. Again, all you have to do is leave us a comment. We have a program to pick a winner, and you'll get your choice of either a fancy T-shirt, or I don't have one with me right now, but this will suffice. But Literarily Wasted lounge, or not lounge, but wine glass. Yes, it's very nice.
It's right there.
It's on the mantle, and I can't force pull it. So, all right, guys, let's get started. So,
Hello.
how this works? So I drink my magic potion here, and I get my heart. So we do gamify this a little bit. It's just more fun. So if we hit a dead end, any ending really, I will lose a heart. So, we always kind of go through the book at the end and explore some of the different options, just so you can get a taste of the book. Maybe it's something you want to find. These are out of print, so you will have to look on eBay and fight me in the listings to purchase these books. But yeah, anyway, let's get going. Here's my book cam. All right, The Time Raider. So I've got to adjust myself. So this was not 50 cents. I wish I had gotten it for 50 cents, but it wasn't too bad. It was like $3. Beware, do not read this book from beginning to end. So they basically kind of ripped that from the other ones. Let's get going. A weekend, and just for all of you out there, I have not read this. This is a live reading, so I will mess up, and that's part of the fun. So you can make fun of me in the comments, and we'll just keep going.
Yes, let's make fun of Lucas.
Make fun of Lucas in the comments. I'm good. A weekend visit to your Uncle Edgar's is always exciting. His house is filled with rooms to explore. Rooms cluttered with old furniture and toys, strange books and magazines, and weird objects and machines. Uncle Edgar is an inventor, and you never know what kind of invention you're going to find him working on. Come in, Uncle Edgar says, ushering you into his lab. I want to show you my greatest creation ever. That's what you said about your last creation, you said. Remember, the underwater pop-up toaster for deep-sea divers who like a big breakfast? Forget about that, Uncle Edgar says, taking you up to a large metal capsule with 2 seats and a giant control panel inside. Just look at this marvel of mine. This is the Time Raider. It's a time machine. You look at the giant capsule carefully. All this machinery just to tell what time it is? You ask. Your uncle is in no mood for your teasing. You and I are going to travel through time, he says seriously. He pushes you inside the Time Raider and climbs in after you. What adventures we will have, he says, turning the knobs. You know in your heart that the whole thing is silly, but he's so excited and you don't want to spoil his fun. Here, put this on, he says. He hands you a green pendant on a silver chain. You put it around your neck. If you get into trouble, he warns, just squeeze the green pendant. No matter where you are, it will return you to the time machine. I'm wearing one too. You watch as he pushes buttons and turns knobs. The control panel lights up and the whole capsule begins to hum and shake. We're off, Uncle Edgar shouts. We're moving! I can feel it! Oh, wait a minute! He jumps out of his seat and climbs out of the time machine. I forgot my glasses! Be right back! I'm really feeling this character now. The door slams behind him. Wait, you cry. Uncle Edgar, the machine, it's... You realize, to your horror, that the Time Raider is no longer in the lab. Suddenly, you are surrounded by whirling red and yellow lights. Stars seem to whiz by. Uncle Edgar has been left behind. You are on your own, the first person ever to travel through time. Your eyes dart across the blinking control board, thank you. You see 2 large orange buttons. One says forward, and the other says backward. Shall you visit the past or the future? This is your first big decision. So guys, here's what we're going to do. So in the comments, you need to write past if we want to go to the past, or write future, and Talia is going to help me gauge which one we're going to go to. So past or future.
Past or future.
Let us know in the comments.
Past or
future. I will say these books get right into the action, and it's kind of fun. You know, I don't have time for that. This is a perfect book for someone slightly ADD, maybe like me. That's an undiagnosed ADD, by the way.
That means stop.
Awful Lucas. Future. Past.
Hey, you pay attention. I'm counting.
I'm just talking to everybody. These are good covers. I will say all of the I've purchased a couple Twist-a-Plots, and all the cover art is strong. I judge books by their cover. That's how I roll. I think we're reading Kill the Farm Boy, so that's next Wednesday at 7:30 Central, 8:30 Eastern. I think that's one of the best cover arts that I've seen this entire year. I don't know if you agree with that, but the original cover art for that is very solid. What are we thinking, Talia? Past?
Right now it's 7 to 6.
Ooh, 7 to 6.
It's very, very close.
Very, very close.
So, it's 7 to 7.
Ooh. Hopefully, guys, Facebook does such a bad job with polls, but I think they're seeing the need for streaming, and I'm hoping that the polls, we can better gauge that across the board. Not saying that we won't discount YouTube. I'm just saying.
Gene saw Red Rising up on the bookshelf. That's right.
That's right.
His
That's
Kill
the whole
the Farm
thing.
Boy
Where am I?
arrived today. Nice.
There's all the.
Our discussion for Kill the Farm Boy is a week from today.
That's right.
You're one more for
Where are we going?
Future.
Into the future. Into the future. What?
By what Gene says YouTube votes count double. No, they don't.
Good. That's a good. Good.
All right. Technically, Future has won by 1.
All right, we're gonna
vote.
Into the future. Let me get my book can here.
Ellen's roommate says past. Oh no.
Oh no. Well, we're gonna go to the future. Haha. We may go back to the past. You never know. Your trip through time is more exciting than you can imagine. The capsule is flooded in light so bright that you have to shut your eyes. At times you feel weightless, as if you're floating in a dream. The hum of the machine becomes a roar, then a whistle, then music, then hum again. Then all of a sudden, then all sound and motion stop. You summon all your courage to look out the doorway. You have landed in the midst of a busy city. Silver cars float silently through the air. Silver-haired people dressed in silver suits glide by on a silently moving sidewalk. A sign across from the silver-domed building reads, Spaceport. Several spaceships stand pointing toward the sky. Go to the next page. So there's our spaceport sign. Convenient that you just landed at the spaceport. Spaceport! You have definitely traveled into the future! Still shaky from the trip, you climb out of the Time Raider. Immediately, a crowd of people dressed in silver begins to gather. Look at the funny clothes, someone says, laughing. Everyone laughs and points at you. This way, a young man in a silver jumpsuit calls to you. The spaceship is about to leave. Quickly, follow me to the spaceship. Oh, God. Hurry, don't stand there staring at me. The crowd gets larger. Everyone is staring at you. Look at the hair, isn't silver? Someone cries. This way, into the spaceship, the young man calls. But I just got here, you protest. Should you follow the young man into the spaceship and see what adventures await you on board? Or should you stay and learn more about this silvery city you have just landed in? This is your next big decision. Ooh, so, all right, are we going to, do we want to go to space or do we want to stay?
Space or stay?
Space or stay? The choice is yours,
Space
everybody.
or stay?
And if you're just joining us, welcome to Adventures in Reading, where you guys get to pick the adventure that we read. So in the comments, you need to write space or stay. So do we want to hop on board the spaceship or do we want to stay in this silvery city with moving sidewalks and everyone with silver hair and silver jumpsuits? This guy is really eager to get us on the spaceship. I'm just going to say that it may be a human slave trade. I don't know.
Yikes.
I'm just projecting. Space. Are we going to space?
We're going to space.
Oh, we're going to space, everybody. Here we go.
We're going to space.
We get back to our handy-dandy book cam here. The crowd of city dwellers begins to tighten around you, and you're not sure they're friendly. You push your way past them and run after the young man who called to you. He's running toward the spaceport, and you follow close behind. Quick, into this ship, he cries. He helps you up the ramp and into the dark ship. There are no lights inside, always a good sign. You stumble and fall. Watch out, an angry voice cries. Shh, shut up, you, another angry voice yells. Be quiet, all of you, a voice bellows from a nearby loudspeaker. Congratulations! All rang? All wrong? What? Am I... Oh, yeah. Congratulations, all wrong. You have collected a hearty group of slaves. Oh, I told you, of slaves for the Emperor. Slaves? The people around you hiss and grumble. The voice on the loudspeaker continues. Silence, slaves! Welcome aboard the Emperor's slave ship. Your training will begin right after takeoff. I think it works better if it's a happy voice. Right. We'll see about that, an angry voice whispers to you in the darkness. What a mess. Your hand reaches up to the green pendant your uncle gave you. Should you squeeze it and return to the Time Raider? Or should you take your chance on the slave ship and see what the person whispering to you has in mind? Woo! All right, do we squeeze the pendant? Turn to page 18.
Pendant or stay?
Or stay on page, we'll go to 14.
Or stay. Gene would like to point out that he chose past and stay, so none of this is his fault.
All right, so YouTube crowd is batting 1,000 right now. I told you guys this was probably a slave trade.
Pendant or stay?
Basically, I'm R.L. Stine.
Or stay.
Basically.
Kira says, stay and free all the people.
Stay and free...
Liberation. Pendant.
Vicky, stay. Maybe slavery is nice.
Pendant. Stay. Pendant. We're tied right now. It's close.
It's close. Yeah.
It's
Okay.
very close.
Are we gonna stay on the ship, or are we gonna squeeze the pendant and go back to these silver-haired
Y'all gotta
yahoos?
stop making these a tie. I'm trying to count.
I'm gonna have a tiebreaker button or something that I hit in the future when we continue to refine this stream.
Spare just said Wolverines. That was not an option.
That was
It's
not an
Panda
option,
or
Spare.
Stay.
Stay on topic. Stay on target.
Panda or Stay. I lost count.
What's your gut?
My gut?
Yeah, well, I mean, like, what's the primary majority?
My gut is that Pendant had one more vote.
Okay, so let me find, where did we go? Sorry, I lost my page too. All right, if you squeeze the pendant, turn to page 18. If you decide to stay on board, turn to page 14. All right, are we staying or are we squeezing?
Squeezing the pendant.
We're squeezing the pendant? Is that, yeah?
Wait, yeah. Vicky gets 2 votes because of Leanne.
Okay, so...
Well, that makes it a tie. That doesn't help. Squeeze the pendant.
Okay, squeeze the pendant. Wait, sorry. Squeeze the pendant. Alright, sorry guys. Alright, like all of Uncle Edgar's inventions, this one does not work perfectly all the time. You squeeze the green pendant again and again, but nothing happens. Ooh. You are stuck on board the slave ship. Go back to page 14. Chin up. Things couldn't get worse. Could they? That's what it says. Alright, so didn't matter on that one, guys. That was a dead-end choice, R.L. Stine. Clever. Alright, here we are. We're stuck on the slave ship. We squeeze the pendant. In the dim light of the spaceship, you can see that you are surrounded by grim-looking people of all ages. They are dressed in silver, but their clothing is soiled and torn, and the silver has little shine. Why does the Emperor need slaves? Oh, that's you. Sorry. Why does the Emperor need slaves? You ask the bedraggled old man next to you. To lay eggs, the man says with a frown. He will put us in coops and wait for us to lay eggs for his pantry. But that's ridiculous, you say a bit too loudly. People can't lay eggs. Of course not, the old man says sharply. The Emperor's mad, completely mad, and unluckily for us, he adores eggs. Hey, wait a minute, a man with long silver beard says, looking at you. Who are you? Why are you dressed like that? All the sad, tired eyes aboard the slave ship turn toward you. Should you tell them the truth? That you are a time traveler from the past? They may not believe such a story. Perhaps it would be better to make up an explanation they would believe. Alright, so how should you decide what to tell them? If you haven't told any lies, even white lies, to anyone you know of for the past week, this is getting deep. This is literally what it says. Turn to page 19. If you did tell a little white lie or two to someone you know during the past week, turn to page 16. So R.L. Stine's really having a contemplative moment here. So if we have told a white lie, if we have told a white lie, we have to turn to page 19. If we did not tell a little white lie or two to someone in the past week, turn to page 16.
So I'm going to say the options are liar and honest.
Liar and honest. And, I will say, we have kids.
Oh, yeah. We tell little white lies.
We can't. Yeah. I mean, there's little. So, yeah.
Liar or honest?
Liar or honest. I mean, I will say, let's all give.
Y'all are not using the keywords.
Liar or honest. Those are the key words. Honest. So, I mean, maybe since we're social distancing, we're not telling little fibs as much. But, I mean, look, when you have kids, it's inevitable that you're gonna...
Yeah, I definitely told our kids the other day that we didn't have any donuts left. That was a lie.
And they're like,
because those are mommy's donuts.
Can I have a donut?
No, those are mommy's
But
donuts.
I made chocolate chip cookies.
Those are mommy's donuts.
Y'all, I made a giant chocolate chip cookie. I will post it in the group later. It is fantastic.
It's the size of my face.
It is. It turned out really nice. It's a good. It's a darker, thinner. Talia and I are kind of darker,
crunchy
thinner.
cookies.
Yeah. Hugo. So my cat Hugo, you've seen him hop up in the screen. He loves twist ties, and whenever we stream up here, I always have twist ties connecting some of the cords, and he always tries to get our cords. And then he'll bring me a twist tie, and then I have to play fetch with him. He's a good cat.
All right.
All right, where are we going? Are we
Everyone
lying?
is saying that they're honest. I think you're all liars, but okay.
Okay. All right, let me situate myself here. We haven't hit an ending yet, guys, so decide to tell them if we haven't told any lies. Okay,
Yes.
19.
The no lies.
All right. Here we go. Honesty is the best policy, you decide. I come from Earth of the past. You tell your fellow slaves. Oh, Hugo. Hugo. Will you please take a picture of that and post it in the...
I'm so
This
sorry.
cat has...
Sir, our cat just got tangled in the cords that we're using during this live discussion, and now he's frozen there, and he's like,
he doesn't know what to
help
do.
me, I'm stuck in the cords.
This is great. I feel like I need to move the camera so you can see him. He's right there. Hold on.
Stop.
No, I won't move it. Okay. He's stuck in some...
Cat.
Come here.
Okay.
Yeah, he tangled himself up in this. There's
There he
Hugo.
is.
There's Hugo.
He's like, I'm free. Yes, you're free. Don't
Show
die.
everybody. There he is.
Oh.
Hey, Hugie. He's a good boy. He's just kind of
Wrapped up in our cables?
special. Come here. Everyone. He won't. Okay. Don't show them your butt. They don't want to see it. He likes to show his butt off.
Well, that's just cats for you.
The viewership just skyrocketed. Okay, sorry. I'm starting over. This is part of live streaming in quarantine. Honesty is the best policy, you decide. I come from Earth of the past, you tell your fellow slaves. I traveled through time and landed near the spaceport. Then I was tricked into entering this slave ship. Did they believe your story? We've heard of such things, the old man says. Welcome to the year 3000. You have come to lead our revolt against the Emperor and his men, a woman calls from the corner. Who, me? You say eloquently. Yes, you shall lead us, the old man cries. He pulls out a small silver gun. A death beam gun, he says, shoving it into your hand. Use it well. What's going on here? A booming voice cries. What did I do?
Just hold the book.
Oh, am I holding the book weird? Sorry. What's going on here? A booming voice cries. A gigantic soldier with a bright blue face, dressed in a uniform to match, bursts into the slave quarters. He is obviously one of the Emperor's men. You, over there! What's that in your hand? Are you looking for a fight? The giant soldier approaches. Should you back away? Try to explain your way out of this jam? Avoid a fight until everyone is organized and prepared to revolt? Or do you face the blue soldier and fight it out now? Ooh. Alright, so if you decide to avoid the fight now, turn to page 24. If you decide to fight it out with the blue soldier, turn to page 22.
Alright, avoid or fight. Our keywords are avoid or fight.
Or fight. I say we blast this dude in the face, but that's not up to me. That's up to you. Avoid or fight.
Avoid or fight.
I mean, these are really kind of a lesson in storytelling because you cut all of the chaff out, and you've not even a full page. You have just over 3/4 of a page to explain this whole situation and then make a decision. Yeah, R.L. Stine's not putting any fluff in this one. Cheers to all of you. I am continually waxing off cases of Truly that I had from a work event.
We should be like 1.5 cases. When you just say cases.
Yeah, but I don't drink a lot.
Like
I don't drink a lot, so it's like during a live stream I'll have 1, maybe 2. But it's taken like since the fall, like football season, to get these gone. But we've been streaming a lot lately, so how we doing?
Let's fight the blue
Let's
guy.
fight the blue guy in the face. I got a laser beam now. If you decide to fight it out with the blue soldier, turn to page 22. Let's get it on.
Let's lose a heart.
Yeah, let's lose a heart. There's Hugo. Look at Hugie. He's a good boy. All right. 22. Come here, slave, the blue soldier screams. Death to the Emperor, you yell. You raise the death beam and fire it at him. The soldier turns gray, then white, then slumps into a small pile of ash on the spaceship floor. Yeah. 4 more soldiers rush into the slave chambers. Slaves jump them as they enter, and a hard-fought brawl is underway. A soldier hits the old man in the stomach, and the old man goes down. Outraged, you raise the death beam gun, and once again, you blast the blue soldier into ash. Stop the fighting, a voice calls. You look into the upper walkway to see a blue-faced man in a long blue robe. It is the Emperor himself. Why would he be on the slave ship? Okay. It is the Emperor himself. Stop the fighting at once, he commands. But the slaves ignore him. They are defeating the Emperor's men. The Emperor sees that his forces are losing. He turns to flee back to the control room, but you leap up to the upper walkway. You grab him as he runs and spin him around. How dare you, he screams, his face turning purple. Mustering all the strength, you give him a shove, and he goes flying off the walkway down to the floor below. He lands with a shattering thud. The slaves gather around to look at him as his blue face turns paler and paler. The Emperor is about to die. He looks up into the smiling faces of the former slaves and utters his final words. But what about my eggs?
Wait, really? This is perfect because I was literally laughing a second ago because Kira on Facebook said, "Down with eggs."
What? Guys, we should have a t-shirt series, and this episode would be what about my eggs? You look down from the upper walkway as a happy cheer goes up. You have rescued us, time traveler, the old man yells. You give them a final triumphant smile, then reach for the green pendant. You will make an exit they'll never forget. You squeeze the green pendant and disappear from the slave ship, breathing a sigh of relief. You find yourself back and safe and sound in the Time Raider.
Hugo.
Wow! Can you see Hugo? He's trying to get my twist tie.
Stab it. The twist tie is connected to the cord. The important cord that's plugged in right now.
Yeah, if I lose my cord, it will
be bad.
Anyway. All right, guys, we've got another decision here. If you wish to travel even further into the future, push the button marked forward in the Time Raider and turn to page 30. If you... I'd change it here. I'll go back to my book. Sorry. Okay. If you wish to travel even farther into the future, push the button marked forward in the Time Raider and turn to page 30. If you'd prefer to go back to Uncle Edgar's house and see what he's up to in the present, push the button marked backwards and turn to page 32.
All right, so backward or forward? Very simple. Backward or forward. Honorable mention and comments to Brandy for, during the fight, saying, "Kick him in the ash hole." Which I imagine is read in a child's voice like this. Kick him in the ash hole. Kick him in the ash hole. But what about my eggs?
Wow, that was great.
Walter on YouTube says, "That's some hard-boiled writing."
Oh, Walter, nice. I'm a fan of that comment.
And Jean and Vicky both make a good point. They're both like, now the pendant works? Yes.
Well, yes. I hope you took the death ray
I'm supposed to be
with you.
Backward or forward?
It's okay. Yeah, backwards or forward. I mean, you might be a god to these people if we kept pressing forward. I'm just saying.
Well, forward has completely run away with it.
Forward,
No one wants to go back.
No one wants to go back to Crusty Uncle Edward. Here's Hugo again.
Yeah, no one cares.
Do you want to come up? Come on. You know you want to. Do you want to say hi? Read the book. Let's see your book cam.
He's not.
No, he's not in book cam. All right.
He'll be in here. Just give him a minute. He'll have a pen.
All right. Page 30, right?
Forward.
Guys, we have not come to an ending yet. This is kind of exciting.
I'm noticing something. Maybe R.L. Stine wants you to have all of the adventures and none of the death.
Oh, that's good on you, R.L. Stine.
Well, I don't know yet. Let's keep going.
All right. The Time Raider bobs and bounces its way into the future. Orbs of light grow from tiny white specks, engulf the capsule, and then fade before your eyes. Your ears are filled with eerie melodies no human ears have ever heard. You land softly in silence. It is the loudest silence you can imagine. A white silence that makes you hesitate before pushing open the door of the Time Raider. You look out into a crowded city of the future. It is a city of low, almost flat buildings. The streets and walkways are filled with people who look just like humans of our day, except for one difference. No one's moving. Everyone is frozen to the spot on which he or she stands. The people of this city seem calm in their stillness. They do not seem to be uncomfortable or in pain. They are just not moving. You look from face to face as you run through the still, silent streets. You look for a blink of an eye, a quick smile, a twitch of the finger. There's no movement. You reach out and grab a man's hand. It is warm to the touch. Can these unmoving people be alive? You walk for blocks through the strange city, looking for the bobbing head of a pigeon, even a crawling insect, but nothing moves. Perhaps these people have been frozen like this by someone who wishes to control time, you tell yourself. Or perhaps they have some sort of illness. Should I try to get them moving again? Should I try to help them? Then you remind yourself that you have traveled into the future not to interfere. Well, good luck, you just killed the Emperor, but to explore. Maybe it's none of my business what has happened here, you tell yourself. Maybe I'd be causing a lot of trouble by trying to help. It's your decision now. Look at all these. George is stuck there. Martha's stuck. George is like.
Yeah. We're getting some comments.
He's like,
on
oh
how comfortable
God. He looks like he.
Along with a random handhold.
Looks like he might have pooped himself. There's
is.
Hugo. Hey, buddy. He wants to get up here. What are you doing?
Can't you put stuff up there?
All right. If you decide to help the frozen citizens of this silent city, turn to page 38. If you decide to explore the planet, turn to page 46.
So help or explore. Help or explore.
Hugo,
Bye, Leanne.
you're
We're glad
great.
you're up working. You made it.
Thank you, Leanne, for coming.
Help
Hugo is so good
or
for the
explore.
ratings.
Help.
Yo,
or
this one, this little microcosm, this feels like a Twilight Zone episode.
Yeah, we got that comment.
Yeah. This is very Rod Serling, Twilight Zone-y.
Help or explore.
Yeah, and
or explore.
what you don't want to interfere yet. You just shot some dudes with a death ray like 3 minutes ago, and pushed an old man to the floor. And all he wanted was eggs. He just wanted you to sit.
But what about my eggs?
What about my eggs? He just wanted you to sit.
Woo, damn.
What a diss.
He said explore, help and shows weakness.
He just wanted you to sit on a pile of hay and lay an egg that wasn't.
Hello to Ellen's roommate, Stephanie.
Hello,
who's
Ellen's
joining in
roommate.
via Ellen.
Welcome.
Vicky said, we helped last time. Let's loot the future. Don't spit that everywhere.
That's another good loot the future. I would wear that t-shirt, Vicky. With
Lisa
the time.
says, what's the worst that can happen? Maybe get frozen forever with the rest of humanity? Oh.
Yeah, I don't know.
Jean says explore, but that was...
Or are you moving so fast that these people are actually moving?
Ooh,
That
like
you're moving at such a rapid speed that it looks like they're not moving.
All right, we're going to explore.
All right, we're going to explore the
The
planet.
people have spoken.
Y'all, this is we're gonna be going forever tonight. This is exciting. I get to all right, Explorer 46. All right. I mustn't let my imagination run away with me, you tell yourself. If these people are frozen here, there must be a good reason. I'll just take a walk through this amazing city and see what clues I can pick up about. Suddenly you stop. You realize that these people aren't frozen as you thought. Everyone is moving! Moving very slowly. I am R.L. Stine. Oh my god, I'm so good.
That's a lot of credit to give yourself, but okay.
Okay. These people seem to live at a different speed than I do, you say, but they are definitely moving just much slower than people of my day. Perhaps the gravity of Earth has changed, and people have adapted to it by living at a slower pace, a quarantine pace. Um, Slowly, a young woman walks towards you. You stare at her, waiting for her to reach to you. Who are you? She asks in a deep voice that sounds like a record playing too slowly. You must help us.
You sound like the alien from that movie. Do you know what I'm talking about? The one with Dwight.
Yeah, Galaxy Quest.
Yes.
You must help.
Yes.
Yes,
Okay.
it's a great movie. If you haven't seen Galaxy Quest,
Okay.
watch it tonight. Slowly, a crowd of people gathers around you. You listen patiently, very patiently, as the woman, one slow syllable at a time, explains that a tyrant from another planet has taken over the city. She begs you to rescue them. What can I do, you say? I'm not even functioning at the right speed. How can I help? If you decide to help them anyway, turn to page 68. If you decide to refuse to help, turn to page 81.
All right. So help or refuse.
Help or refuse.
Our key words are help or refuse. Help.
Y'all,
or refuse.
I'm totally calling this book. I don't know what's gonna happen next, but I just hope that it's good. I hope this tyrant is like one-upping the Emperor, because the Emperor with his eggs was a really solid read that made this book. I don't know. I think this is probably. I really liked. Oh, it was the one about the planet, Save the Planet. That one was good. I can't remember the name of it, but so far that's been my favorite. But I think depending on how some of these endings go, I'm really digging Twist to Plot #1, The Time Raider. Maybe it is just R.L. Stine. I mean, he kind of has a few book credits under his belt.
A
A few hundred, yeah. I mean, the guy's so. Does anyone do that masterclass? Have y'all seen that masterclass series that you can subscribe to? And he does a series on writing for young readers that I've really been interested. I've got a friend that has the masterclass subscription, but he's using it for some other reasons. But anyway, if you're just joining us, welcome to Adventures in Reading. We're reading The Time Raider by R.L. Stine, the R.L. Stine. This was Scholastic's answer to Choose Your Own Adventure. They made 18 of them. This is #1, and the last one we went on was number 18. So we've kind of read the bookend of this series, and I've got a few more. And I ordered, and I can't remember who I was talking to in the Literarily Wasted Lounge, but I ordered a couple other. It's a really obscure series that I ordered from R.L. Stine today. Another Choose Your Own Adventure. Talia, how are we doing?
Everybody wants to
We're gonna help
Everybody's
these people.
So nice. Yay.
Oh, good. I get to read more of their dialects too.
Let's call out the people who refused.
Okay, here we go.
It was Jean and Michelle.
Please, you must help. A young man steps forward and begs. Well, I don't know what. Your words are interrupted by a sound of marching boots. An army of fierce-looking soldiers dressed in shiny black uniforms and carrying strange triple-barreled guns comes marching in slow motion into view. The army is led by a bloated green creature with the face of a snail, obviously the tyrant from another planet. Man, he really gets, to these people. As the triple-barreled guns are raised and pointed at you, you swing into action. You leap at the first soldier and knock him over easily. You are moving 10 times faster than everyone else, a real advantage. Before they can fire a single shot, you have disarmed the entire army and taken the slow-moving snail creature as your prisoner. Yay! 3 cheers! The crowd roars in deep, slow-moving unison. You suddenly realize that because of your amazing speed, you are a superhero here. You can go anywhere, do anything, defeat anyone in 1/10 the time of anyone else. You decide to stay and become a legendary folk hero to these people. You wipe out crime because no criminal is fast enough to escape from you. You use your lightning speed to rescue people from disasters. You help build tall buildings in the time it normally took these people to dig the hole for the foundation. Books are written about you. You are known as Young Lightning. Movies are made about your speedy exploits. The life of the superhero is very gratifying to you. The only time you regret your decision is when you are standing in line at the supermarket because it always moves like
The end.
these. The end. All right, so we lost a heart. We,
But
the
that's
heart. That was a
pretty
pretty.
intense.
That was a
ending.
pretty. We went a
That's pretty
long
cool.
way without. I gotta figure out where we're gonna back up here.
You build tall buildings faster than a speeding bullet.
Yeah, that was. Yeah, there's Hugo again. Hey, buddy. You say hi to the internet. I gotta find out. We're gonna go kind of far back here, a little bit, guys. I gotta figure out where we went. We're
Could have
gonna.
refused to help.
Yeah, we're.
Are you gonna go back further?
I was gonna go back to Uncle Edgar, but we can
That's
we can refuse to help.
Way back.
That is way back. All right, we can refuse to help. Let me. Oh God, I didn't bookmark our page here. Refuse to help. Okay.
Well, here, let's make that a choice. Everyone, do we want to
Yeah.
just go back to the last decision, or do we want to go back to the first decision?
Hugo.
Do we
dude.
go back to our uncle, or do we just
Look,
go back
this
to our
is-
very last choice?
This is what my cat wants right now, and he is so
He-
into
be
this.
careful, don't throw that. He will launch himself off the table, and he will knock
He's
off
like,
all of the
but
equipment.
we're playing now, right? You can't see him because he's literally right in front of me, and you can't press anything, dude. Yeah. So do we want to go way back? Or do we want
Or
to?
some people are just saying, should we go back to the past?
Do we want to go back to the past? I
Do
mean,
we want to go to the past, or do we want to go back to our uncle?
okay.
Right,
So yeah,
past or
past,
uncle?
past or uncle.
Past or uncle? Past or uncle? Past or uncle? Interesting. We're just like, we have to go back.
Pack. I gotta find that.
All right, this is pretty close, but I'm gonna say that uncle's pulling ahead.
Okay, give me 1 second to find.
Well, that's like in the very beginning.
Well, no, because we had a choice to go. Okay, so here we go. So it's page 23. So if you wish to travel even farther into the future, turn to page 30.
Oh, or go back. Yes. Let's
Yeah,
go back
so
to our
we're gonna
uncle.
go. So we went farther into the future. We're a superhero. It's awesome. Okay.
If this is true, we're getting what we wanted. We're going to the past to get back to our uncle.
But we're not going all the way back.
No,
So
we're just
here we
going
go. Here's my
the
book
past,
cam. We've
to
got
our
2 hearts. We've seen 1 ending so far. So far, I think this has been a really good story. All right, so we're back. You didn't wait for me, Uncle Edgar says, pouting. How could you leave without me? After all, the Time Raider is my invention. Your apologies don't seem to change his mood. He is heartbroken that he didn't have any chance to travel through time. Okay, you finally say. Why don't we take the Time Raider out for another trip? You are exhausted and every bone in your body aches, but you know that Uncle Edgar won't stop complaining until he gets to travel in this marvelous machine. What an excellent suggestion, Uncle Edgar says, brightening immediately, smiling his first smile since your return. Let's go! He pushes you into the capsule and climbs in after you. He begins turning dials and pushing buttons, and soon the machine sputters and then hums. Now, did you remember your glasses this time, you ask? Yes, I've got my glasses, he says, scowling at you. What do you think I am? Forgetful? No comment, you say, chuckling. Did you bring a jacket in case we land in cold weather? Gee, no, I didn't, Uncle Edgar says. I'd better go get one. He pushes the door open to the capsule and climbs out. You have a good laugh at his expense, but your laugh doesn't last long. The time machine begins to whistle and shake. It's about to leave. and Uncle Edgar is going to miss it again. Can you stop it? There are 3 buttons. Oh God. One of them will stop the machine. Quick, you must press one of them. All right, here are buttons, guys. You can actually see them. Can't see the colors, but there's 3 of them. If you decide to press the yellow button, turn to page 39.
Hold on a second. Excuse me. Are these buttons color-coded in a black and white illustrated
Yes.
book?
Yes, that is.
Excuse me?
Y'all, this right
How
here.
dare you?
This is the magic of Adventures in Reading. Right here is.
So we're just gonna assume that they're listed in chronological order.
Yeah, so yellow.
Numerical order, because this is some garbage. So we're gonna say
yellow, blue, or white.
yellow. No, I can't. My brain can't do that. We're just gonna call them
1, 2, and 3. Okay.
All right.
1, 2, and 3. Y'all, this is the joy for me, and I won't speak for Talia, but probably Talia too, of this little goofy series called Adventures in Reading.
How am I supposed to count this? I only have 2 hands.
I don't know, 1, 2, or 3. Is finding these little moments of ridiculousness. Because as a kid, you would have been like, "Oh yeah, yellow. I'm gonna do yellow." And I think as an adult, we kind of lose that. So it's your pick. Are we doing?
I don't know.
Yellow.
I don't know how I'm counting this.
1, 2,
I
or
only
3.
have 2 hands, and I'm realizing that I'm also counting numbers, so I keep confusing myself.
I'm gonna bookmark this page here because I think
that's
we're
a good
gonna
idea.
probably come back to it. So we're seeing a lot of 2s, 1s.
Yes, thank goodness.
Steph says 2.
I need 1 to pull way ahead, so I don't have to count that much.
I think I was seeing some 2s. Oh,
Alright.
Such magic.
You can't change your vote after the fact, Lisa. Talk for me. Alright, the 2s have it.
2s have it. Okay, good job, everybody.
Here's the Lucas, get a crayon.
Get a crayon.
3 crayons.
Look.
Don't you
Talia already rags on me for defacing books the way I read books.
To be fair,
I wouldn't
some
color
super
in a
old
book.
books that I have loved and reread over the years, and there are for sure some like spaghetti splatters in some of those books because I like to read while I eat.
Ooh, spaghetti sounds really good. You did it! The blue button, my favorite color. Stop the machine. Here comes Uncle Edgar now, carrying his jacket. Okay, let's get going, he says. I can't wait! You notice, however, that he is no longer wearing his glasses. Where are they? Oh, sorry, that's you. Where are they, you ask? Oh my goodness, he says. I must be getting a little forgetful. I took them off and put them down so I could see in my closet better. I'll go get them back in a jiffy. Once again, he climbs out of the time capsule, and once again, the machine starts humming and bouncing. You are just about out of patience with your uncle. It would serve him right if I took off again without him, you say, and the idea gives you a good laugh. But could I really do that to Uncle Edgar?
Uncle Edgar, get it together.
Alright, so if you prefer to leave without him, sit back, press the red button, and turn to page 82. If you have patience and wait for him, press the blue button twice and turn to page 87. So
right, leave or
wait.
Leave or wait. Wait, do the book cam again.
Oh, sorry.
But no, move the book.
Yeah, leave or wait.
Move the book.
Move the book how?
Away. Oh, I was really hoping you could see Hugo. Never mind.
Hugo's just chilling.
Leave or wait.
Chilling out, Max.
Leave or wait.
He's a funny cat, but I will say this about him. He will not bite or scratch. Like, he's
never, ever had an aggressive
never.
moment. He's not going to snuggle with you, but he's also never going to bite you, and he's never going to
He's one of those cats where if you lay down and he comes lay next to you, you're like,
I've been chosen.
I've been chosen. He's the I've been chosen cat. And guys, if you're just joining us, we're a good ways into Twist the Plot, Adventures in Reading. So Twist Plot number 1, The Time Raider by R.L. Stine.
Ellen makes an excellent point.
What'd she say?
Leave because Edgar is a liability at this point.
I mean, he's gonna.
Whereas Will Lindsay just says, leave his ass.
Leave.
Yeah, everybody's
Are we
like,
saying leave?
Yeah.
Screw Uncle Edgar. If you prefer to leave, all right, I'm gonna save this one too, just in case we need to go back.
He can't get it together. This is what happens when you can't get it together.
Get your shiz together, Uncle Edgar. All right, here we go. Oh, I just couldn't play such a mean trick on Uncle Edgar, you say. He'd never forgive me. But your hand slips as you reach for the control panel and you accidentally press the red button. Immediately, the Time Raider's quiet hum becomes a thunderous roar. It jolts forward, then back, then forward again, bouncing you back against the seat and then up against the control panel. Ouch, you cry, holding your head. What's going wrong here? But now the time capsule is whirring you back through time. Lights glow and explode. The musical notes fill the capsule, then fade to silence. The Time Raider lands softly. You peer out through the window. You can't see very well because the window is steamed up. You open the door to get a better look and find yourself in some sort of tropical marsh. Gigantic vines have twisted their tentacles around the time capsule already, and the capsule has begun to sink into the soft, sandy mud beneath it. A bat with a wingspan as wide as a small plane hovers overhead, screeching and shrieking. Funny-looking birds, larger than any you have ever seen, walking along the ground, poking their noses at the Time Raider. Dodos, you cry. Just how far back in time have I come? You don't have to wait long to find out. The ground seems to shake, and the vines tremble as a giant creature approaches. A dinosaur, you cry aloud. The bat-like creature shrieks in reply and flies off. Unbelievable! Now, what kind is it, you ask yourself? Trying to identify the dinosaur is a big mistake. You realize, too late, that you should be running from it instead. In seconds, it is upon you, lowering its head, opening its tooth-filled mouth, and you squeeze the pendant around your neck. Do you escape? Turn to page 88 to find out. That is I'm not gonna lie, that's a wonky looking dinosaur.
Look at his mouth.
That's
that
like,
mouth is shaped for eating eggs.
that is an egg-eating dinosaur, y'all. 80.
I want eggs now.
Eggs sound good.
You an omelet?
Oh, wow, man, this is jumping. You are not back in the familiar safety of the Time Raider, yet the dinosaur has disappeared and your surroundings have changed completely. You find yourself in an army camp. Mounted soldiers armed with long rifles seem to be preparing some sort of march. General Costa, we are ready, a soldier yells. Wait a minute, you cry. Don't go. But no one hears you. The soldiers disappear. You find yourself on another battlefield. Jet bombers fill the sky above you. The sky is red and the air seems to be on fire. Help me, someone, you scream, and dive for cover under a scraggly tree. You don't reach the tree. Instead, you find yourself floating on a platform high above a city of golden spires. A giant eel with two heads is talking to you. Wow. What is happening? Both heads are talking at once, and you can't understand either of them. Suddenly, the eel become angry. Is that anyway? Angry and shoves you off the platform. You are falling.
How does it shove you?
I don't know.
Hands?
You land inside a circle of people who are dressed as pilgrims. They are staring grimly at a wooden stake in the middle of a straw pile. You realize that you are being tied to the stake. A pilgrim approaches with a burning torch. Help, you scream. Please, get me out of here. Turn to page 94 and keep away from those flames. So here's our
we ate
pilgrims.
a bad
We
egg.
had
I think we ate an egg that had been sitting out in the sun too long.
We laid an egg and then we ate our own egg.
Whoa, what?
I know. 94. Okay. Just stay calm. Don't worry about a thing. The flames have disappeared and you're looking up at Uncle Edgar. He is placing a cold washcloth on your forehead. I'm taking apart the Time Raider, he says with a smile that's intended to be soothing. I'm dismantling it completely so you don't have to worry. Dismantling it? Why? You cry. You try to sit up, but your head hurts too much. Because it doesn't work, of course, he says. What good is a time machine that doesn't take you through time? But it does work, you insist. It just took me to prehistoric times, to General Custer's army camp, and to... What are you saying, Uncle Edgar says, looking very concerned. You haven't been anywhere. When that stupid machine started jumping around, you bumped your head on the control panel. You have been unconscious for 20 minutes. The doctor said not to worry. It's just a concussion. He'll be back in a few minutes. But my trip back to... You haven't been anywhere, said Uncle Edgar. Uncle Edgar says, taking a long look at the bump on your head. Now just stay calm. I'm tearing it apart right now. You look over at the time raider. Was your whole trip just some sort of crazy dream? If so, how did those gigantic vines get tangled around the door of the capsule? The end. Bah, bah, bah. We lost a heart. Oh, guys, where do we... So that was good. This is the first time we've ever gotten to, like, the actual very end of a book.
Like the literal end.
The literally end.
No, that's not right.
I think we should go back. We should give it one more try. We have one more. We'll have one more chance. But I feel like this book, above all, I think he gives you a good opportunity to explore a lot of it, which the other ones kind of have a more definite finite end. So, and if you
makes
good
more sense than any other one that we've read.
Yes,
and that's saying something because this one is weird.
I mean, I have to attribute that to it being R.L. Stein, but
yeah, no, for sure.
Guys, if you're just joining us, if you haven't commented yet, say hi.
Because you
might win a little prize from us. So, all right, we're gonna go back to our book cam here. Let's see. There's Hugo waiting for a twist tie.
Yes, twist.
There he is. Say hi. Oh, that was cute. Do that again. We'll get more likes. People will join our book club. The sad part is I could probably have a video of just Hugo doing that, and y'all would probably watch. More people would probably watch. Anyway.
Well, duh, because cats. No offense.
He's a very handsome boy.
Cats.
All right, Hugo. Let's go back to our... Hugo, which color should we pick? Or we're going to pick another color.
No!
Yeah.
All right, the one that won next was 3.
Was 3. Okay, the white button. We're going to turn to page 90. This might be close to our end. Okay, here we go.
You are correct.
Yeah. Uh-oh. Didn't Uncle Edgar tell you never to push the white button? No. How could you be so forgetful? Surely you should have remembered. He should have remembered to warn you against pushing the disintegrator button, since it causes the entire machine to blow up into tiny bits. What a mess Uncle Edgar will find when he returns to the lab. Poor old guy. He won't even have you around to help clean up, since you're a part of the mess. Tisk tisk. Tisk tisk, Hugo.
Oh, is that the end?
That's the end.
What? Wait.
We did it. Oh, here. That one's a legit. This screen. Rest in peace. We actually died in that one. That was good.
Wait,
You what?
We disintegrated?
We disintegrated. That was the disintegrator button.
The button and disintegrated?
I mean, when you have a control panel of 3 gigantic buttons, show it to you one more time in case you missed our colored buttons, yellow, blue, and white. Don't press that one, okay? Because that will just disintegrate the entire machine.
Yay, we died. What a perfect ending.
That was a great ending
it's
to...
It's true. We, legit died for
the
last one. Everybody's so happy.
Guys, this was a great one. I think this is my top...
This has been my favorite.
Adventures in reading. I will probably chalk that up to R.L. Stein. I do have more R.L. Stein Choose Your Own Adventure type series coming from a totally different one. I'll have to find what that is and post it. What do you guys... Do y'all want to do...
Is there any cool art in there?
Oh, yeah. Let's do a quick look through. I will say the cover art of these is really fantastic. When you get inside... I think the cover art is better on Twist-A-Plot, but the internal pictures are better on the original Choose Your Own Adventure books. The Choose Your Own Adventure... Ooh, look at that. No time travelers. Get out!
Ooh.
Yeah.
Harsh.
Ooh, that might be the Emperor with his eggs. I don't know. I really liked the Emperor plot line. But I will say every page we read was really interesting.
Yeah, we've got multiple people saying Dan says this is the best episode yet. Vicky says, having read Stine before, this is the funniest that she's read.
Yeah, we've got... I love this. I'm going to make a t-shirt of just that. Pick a button.
Joe says, death is just the next great adventure. Quotes. Uncle Edgar, probably.
I am glad we went to the future. I would rather go to the future. I don't want to see a bear.
Say a bear?
Yeah, look at that bear.
Oh, I did not know what you were looking at. I was like, we have bears in the present, dude.
Bears, Beats, and
Battlestar
Battlestar
Galactica.
Galactica. Guys, we did it. That was a solid entry into Adventures in Reading. It's all downhill from here. But thank you all so much for joining us. Love hanging out with you guys, and I hope you find this content exactly what it is. It's meant to be goofy and just another way for us all to. There's Talia. She cut her own hair, y'all.
Happy quarantine! I cut all my hair off myself.
She did it.
Stop.
And I have my high school bangs back, so we're all making changes. So yeah, hope you're all doing well.
What's
Next Wednesday is Kill the Farm Boy by Delilah S. Dawson and
Oh my gosh.
Kevin Hearn. Kevin
Nope,
Hearn.
that's fine.
So read up to chapter 15, everybody. Chapter 15, we're going to discuss halfway through the. I'm sorry, give you a window. We'll discuss halfway through the book. You're gonna want to be in that live discussion. That's all I'm gonna say. We will choose a winner. We're gonna aggregate Facebook and YouTube. So if you didn't get a comment in tonight, go ahead and comment. Just say hey, and do us a favor, guys. I know so many of you do share the group out to everybody, but if you're having a good time with Literarily Wasted, share it with your friends. This is all just free content that we love putting out for you guys. We love hanging out with you guys, and we just want to continue to see our group that's so loving and supportive around geeky book lovers just continue to thrive, especially in this current climate. So if you're out there every day on the front lines, thank you so much. We appreciate you more than you know. Please continue to wash your hands and practice safe social distancing as we do. Because, as we like to say, we've been practicing social distancing the entire time with our book club. So, Talia, do you have anything else?
Wear a mask. Be careful. Take care of yourself. We'll see you in a week.
And y'all, let me know. I can make another poll for what we're going to read next, or I can just choose the book. But I love to get you guys engaged. So go ahead and comment really quick if you want a poll, or if you want Lucas to choose it. So. Or we can just go with more R.L. Stine. Yeah, let me know. Anyway, guys, thank you so much. Thank you for everyone on Facebook and YouTube. Hey, I did a
Jean
restream.
says I need to cut your hair.
I wanted to, normally I'll have it like back, but it's like it is what it is. I wanted to buzz it off, and she said no.
Forbid it.
So yeah. Anyway, poll Lucas. So yeah, y'all let me know if you want a poll. And I can keep this going. I mean, I'm not going anywhere. I gotta find that book really quick. So I ordered, because y'all aren't going anywhere, and we're a little bit over an hour. That's okay though. Nobody has anywhere else to be. I ordered. So this was a series. It's called. It's the Hark Series. Let me see if I can zoom in here. The Badlands of Hark by R.L. Stine, and a game book you can play again and again. And there's another one called Invaders of Hark. So yeah, that came up in a chat, and yeah, so I could throw one of those in a poll. Ellen is replying to Ellen. I should choose it. Yeah, I don't know. We'll see. Let me see if when I get those in. We're also talking about, instead of, we can always do one of these, but just having like a group chat with everybody, to just kind of hang out. So anyway, guys,
Thank you to everyone who said that they liked my haircut, even if you're lying. I super duper appreciate it.
Yes. Love you guys. Hope everyone's doing well. Thank you so much for being a part of our community. It means a lot to us, and we have a blast with you guys. So anyway, on that note, we are well over our hour, but I hope you had fun. I really enjoyed the Time Raider. I think this is probably safe to say our best story yet. So have a good one, and we will see you next Wednesday. Bye-bye.
Join us next time for more adventures in reading. Don't forget to like, subscribe, follow, and share Literarily Wasted with your friends. And remember, adventure is just a book away.